Dun, 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 dun. All right, so it looks like we're coming to you live from studios. Yes. Hi. Dropping Frank. What's going on with this connection? Very annoying. Can't say I'm a fan of YouTube and OBS and wireless internet, so it makes it things just that little bit difficult in some ways. So it looks like it's actually working, which is cool. All right. Okay. Cool. All right. So continuing on, YouTube's not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. Oh, come on. Are you fucking for real? Like, seriously, like, I don't understand what on earth is going on. Dropping frames. Maybe the resolution's too high. Let's do some OBS settings just before we actually start. Stream primary output. Yeah, video bitrate. Maybe we can just lower that bitrate to say 5600 kilobytes. Yeah, audio bitrate's pretty high as well. Might go to 128. So encoding. Yeah, that'll be right. We'll leave that as is. Very frustrating. So it's almost as though, yeah, it's just a really poor connection. So very hard to try and mitigate. I'm not even going to go as far as looking at the stream, killing more bandwidth on the whole thingy. So it looks like it's working. I just don't understand as to why it would not be really working properly. So videos, what have we got live? So we've got view all. So there's currently one that's happening. So and you even go to your own page. So it makes it very frustrating, doesn't it? So it's, look at that, technology. Not now. Not now. So I've got you. This is my channel right now. No, nothing's really working. Anyway, this looks pretty ignorant, doesn't it? Like me just sitting on a phone and mucking around as though, what do you say? Yeah, it should be here to continue on with this station build. So as you can see, got a majority of it done yesterday, which is quite good. So yeah, a lot of the inner and outer walls which have been done, as you can see, like they're the blue sections are actual doors. That's an inner roller door. So you know, if you're lucky enough to see it on the layout at the time, then you'll notice, yeah, you'll see that inner roller door. There'll be a base on this as well, I'm assuming. Well, yes, there is one right there I'm staring at. So, but it's might be ideal to even get like a model car before even sticking that in place, unless I can just create a little lip where I can glue the car and then effectively, like I'll cut a lip on the bottom of it and then so slide that out, stick the car on and stick it back up again so there'll be a car inside. So Dad actually used one of my micro machine cars back in the day. So, well, no, in his layout, he's got a HO scale version of this, which makes it pretty damn cool to actually see the comparison in terms of the well, the size first and foremost, but yeah, just seeing it all come together. So yeah, this is the end scale. As you see, 1/60th of scale. That's what end scale is, and otherwise it's, yeah, it should be a bit of fun. So we're going to continue on now. So yesterday, so all that I think appears to be built, majority of it. So I'm just going to move that aside ever so slightly. Go to the trusty instruction manuals. So we got as far as building the canopy for the front of the petrol pumps. So there's two options. You could have them centered, as if you were going to have the pumps away from the service station itself, or as I've chosen to do, I want this canopy to be attached to the service station. So you kind of do them off center. So basically that section there would be permitted of a car to, you know, drive underneath this section here to fill up and have pumps on the outside of it as well, like your conventional service station has overall. So that is pretty good. And so yeah, that's all, gets the first part of the canopies all done, which is great. And there'll no doubt be the petrol canopy roof, which is good. So, well, I guess that's the next step I can do. So, because I've got some signage as well. I'm going to worry about signage on, you can put some signage on the front there. I'm going to worry about that until later when I kind of have it all done and it's all glued down and positioned and ready to go. But what I want to do first is just fix up this, one of the sections here hasn't actually stuck properly. So, yeah, didn't want to really play with it. Oops, well, let's just completely re-glue that whole section. So some of the cappings from the building didn't stick too well yesterday. So it's very actually it'd be quite fiddly to get to, but when you do it effectively, it comes up alright. So this is a Gorilla Glue, Tarzan grip. It's not super glue, but it is pretty decent modelling glue overall. As you can see, you can tell it's going to stick quite well, but it just appears to be a little bit stringy in some ways, like the leaves, little bits of the stringiness making it very difficult to work with. But then again, it really just depends on what your application is overall. So, and that's turned out better than expected in a quicker time than I would have expected. Cool. Just blow it ever so slightly. So I'm just going to put that aside there, and then we'll continue on with the canopy overall. Alright, so that's done. So yeah, signage on the front, going to do it later, because there's multiple sticker names that are on the actual, hello my first viewer, how are you? Yeah, so we'll worry about sticking the signage on a bit later. When it comes down to doing the signage, you've got many different options as well for all your petrol pumps. So you can see that you've got SO, BP, Shell service station, different manufacturers from around the world depending on what continent you're from. And yeah, it's actually quite cool when it's all going to come together. So we shall worry about that momentarily. But I want to cut out this canopy to be stuck on the top roof where the pumps are going to go. And then we'll move on to the next bit overall. I say don't use it as a sharp blade, but I think this is getting a little bit blunt for my liking, so I might have to actually change that, but we'll see how we go overall. I've still got the top of the canopy, but very small. Just going to use, probably make 6 little blobs. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, well it's 9, how about that? Or 10. Let's do 10, which is quite good. Got the canopy itself. Be able to stick that on top. And that should be alright. So top of the actual service station. I've gone with the green. There was a red option also, but now yeah, I'm just going to be doing yeah, BP as the service station corporation that is running this in this little town we have. All right, canopy done. So since that's all done, next up, all right. So depends on the backing. There's no need to add if you're making the lean-to version. All right, so now we're moving on to the actual petrol pumps themselves. So they've got different layers for the actual pumps. The look of it. Cutting on that. So we're cutting, yes, we're cutting along the base of the petrol pump. Still need to get myself some acrylic paints, I think. As they say, you know, like cut your edging once it's all, once you've actually done everything. Petrol pump roller base. Cut along the edge that they've provided, so you can detach it from their cardboard cutout. Nice and easy. Petrol pump roller. How many layers is there? And there would be a thick card base as well. So you got this thick cardboard base, which will work in conjunction with all those. They'll be all stuck together, all three. Just going to cut along the card there, as we can see. Times out of 10, they come out pretty well. Very good. It's clear in here. The manufacturing of these kits are extremely very finite. You know, obviously it's making sure you follow the right procedure, but you'll see, yeah, the cards themselves very, very streamlined, very, very clean lines. As you can see, they've usually got a section that is only 75% cut through the board itself, and you'll find that on the back there, using that, yeah, as a clean example, that's, you know, there'll be 5 different pieces, but they're all in, you know, that bottom line actually is where you'll be cutting, so you can separate it from the card. If that all makes sense, give me a thumbs up. If not, then, well, I don't know how to say it in any other language other than English. Oh, that's terrible. I think I'm going to just same thing with that. You can always sometimes just feel yourself getting ahead of everything. You know, you're almost impatient in some ways by doing what you do. But when it all comes apart, well, didn't like that. That was a bit of an amateur error on that one. Yep. And sometimes they just look like they're cut, but they're not. There we go. Let's just get a little bit rough. Okay. Cool. So now make sure the petrol pump, canopy legs, box. Alright, so gluing all these together now. So we'll show use the glue. twice. Why do I even bother with all that? Cool, that's okay. Sticking that down. It's good. Hope everyone's school holidays is working out okay at the moment. Get your kids some kits, guys. You'll love it when they're actually getting into something and not getting into trouble. Because there's a little bit too much trouble at the moment going on in the world. We need to make sure that we're doing the best we can for each other. Because we just don't. We seem a little bit lost. We seem to be making mushroom stew for the wrong people. At least here in Australia. Don't know why I even mentioned that. It's a bit ridiculous when you come to think of it. But yeah, I'm only 16 minutes in. Cool. That's all good. So that's the base. The base of where the petrol pumps. So it's every 1 and 2 pumps. It's there, I guess. It's yeah. You like your concrete base. Then you've got your canopy. It goes up above it like so. Your service station. Should be in front, so you can see it all coming together slowly, which would be pretty cool. Looking forward to it. Alright, let's put those bits aside. The next step. Alright, so we've got the canopy. So keep the top edges all flush. Alright, so we're making the actual posts for the canopy, which would be cool. So it's all 4 sides which have been etched into the cardboard or card. Comes out, that comes out. Out you come, good. Sometimes it just needs a little bit of encouragement. There we go, good. Alright, that's one card we can put aside. So I'll fix up this little piece here. See you later. So back to this cardboard one that I showed you momentarily ago. So as you can see, that they're all going to come out. So I'm going to have to basically, so 6 pieces here. All need to be stuck together. Well, not all of them, so 3 and 3. Because they'll form, like, I guess you could say the concrete pillar inside of the whole section overall. So folding. So yeah, well, guess I have to detach 2. So you fold, and then you put a 3rd there. This doesn't really need to be much in terms of glue. You can quite easily get carried away, stick too much. So folding that one over, and sticking the 3rd one on there as well. 1, 2, 1, 2, number 3. There we go. Stuck there. There's our trusty clips, which always come in handy. So it looks like they're going well. 1 clip. They've got to be quiet. Yeah, what's going on? You chatting away? No, all good. Okay. Okay, 1, 2, 3 pillars again. Card accessories there. Kind of a bit annoying. Let me know if you are watching, if there is anyone watching. It's clearly it looks like no one's watching. If there's any real technical difficulties or issues. Slowly mitigating a lot of the technical issues as I do each post overall. So it's quite interesting to see what is working and what doesn't work. I like this format of being able to switch between this camera and this one. Hello, how are you? It's quite reasonable. OBS software works quite well when it wants to, which is good. Alright, so that's 1 and 2. So now these pillars have to be wrapped all the way around this section here. So go back to full screen again. So as you can see, got that pillar that I stuck all those 3 in this canopy, and they all have to be wrapped around 2, 3, 4 to make the pillar for the service station to actually sit. So quite tiny. So yeah, it's very, very well done. Oh. Well, maybe I'll use a little bit of this super glue for a change. So I've been kind of swapping between using this and using the other. It's more about the application of it as well. So super glue, as you know, it sticks quite damn quick. Pretty quick to the point where suddenly your fingers are stuck and you're like, ah shit, what can I do with that? There's not much you can do. But chances are, you hold this for 5 or 10 seconds and it will be quite effective. And another little trick also is that because I want the pillars to be flush at both ends, you can sometimes, usually just get yourself a very fine file, like so. And being cardboard, you can just make it as slightly smooth, because as you can see, it's a little bit rough on that top end there, not much at all, but just filing it back will make it sit. Yeah, so filing it back just ever so slightly, so when it comes to sticking it into this canopy on the top, it should be quite snug. Yeah, should be. There you go. So that's how it sticks. The second one there, then you got your canopy for your servo. Part of. That's good. So, but they want us to stick them Rex. Stick them in the, stick them up your ass. Stick them in the bottom. So just like it's almost saturating the base of that, which is alright. And sticking one canopy in there. That's alright. Well, we've still got to wrap the other one first. Almost pretty much forgot about. Well, I did forget about it, didn't I? So we're going around now, which is cool. I'm a non-smoker, but I'm pretty sure I can make a mag rollie if I needed to for midget weed, if the world ever needed that. Not to insult the midgets that are out there. You enjoy weed, you can enjoy whatever you like, little man, little woman. And cool, it's going well. All coming together, it's quite fiddly, yeah, especially for like Engage, like just phenomenally small, and yeah, quite interesting to work with. I might put a little more glue Yeah. Be careful not oversaturating what I'm doing, because if I do, then I'm not going to be able to fit it effectively. Cool. That's amazing. That like literally just fits so well. Because it needs to be as straight as possible. Not going to get a level or anything to make sure I get a level, but you get what I'm saying. Ooh, go on the top there. I think it just connects to that. There we go. Cool. Nice. Come together. There we go. Super glue. Cool. Alright. So I guess I selected almost the first part of the canopy, which is good for our service station. If you've just tuned in, welcome. Good to see you. Not that I can see anything. But yeah, you're doing well. Thanks for coming in. Like and subscribe. Blah blah blah. If you're a family member, welcome back. Salt seems to watch his family, which is great. That's nice. That's the service station that I have done, and I'm working on the canopy. That's effectively going to sit at the front here, and then you'll have your service station roof to be stuck on the front there, like so. So yeah, eventually that's what's going to look like when it gets there. But yeah, slowly but surely. It's part 3. It's been a 3.5, 4 hour process, believe it or not. So service bay inner wall. Just looking at a part that I missed out on, but I'm thinking, where can that even go? I don't think it's even needed, but let's pretend we didn't see that. Alright, so next up, alright, we're doing the petrol pumps now. So that's the pretty much the parts of the canopy which are done, which is one bit here, the roof and the petrol station. I'm going to put that aside because now it's going to be actual petrol pumps. Okay, so look how fiddly this is. So that's an example of the petrol pumps, like in terms of the instruction manual. That's what they're supposed to look like. So you can see that the picture to the right there. So that's part of a laser cut card that is being done. Yeah, and as you can see, that's a picture of the canopy with the actual pumps in place, which is quite good. So it looks like there's 2 different kind of pumps that you can design or set up. So if there's something a bit more modern, so petrol pumps, first jig, 3 parts that look like so. Bloody hell. So that's one thing with these kits. They design. So here's the actual card itself. So it's all laser cut. That's how pristine it is. It's so finite in its design. As you can see, the way it comes out, very thin. Probably just under half a mil thick. The way it is. But yeah, these little bits in particular, they're part of a jig. So they create a little template for you to work on as you're sticking together other bits. So, and the way that they've done it, they're going by the instructions. You've got 1 piece, 2 piece, as you can see, 1, 2, and 3. two, three. So they all pretty much just, looks like they just represent the different types of pumps you can do if you want. So the way they tell you to do it is, alright, there's the three parts look like space invaders that need to be combined. Yeah, that's a pretty good point. Hey, look at this little space invader. Look at working with an Atari game now. Yep, I love that generation. Okay, fold the tabs over highlighted blue and glue. So 1, 2. The tabs are different size that fit into slots. Okay, cool. So these two bits, these tabs are to be folded over and glued, or glued and folded over. So I can turn that over, turn that over. So I'll do a little blob on these bits. So 1 blob, 2 blob, 3 blob, 4 blob. Stringy, a little bit too stringy sometimes. And using the knife, just folds over, fold over its stick. That's 1, and 2, and we've got 3, and 4. So yeah, they're clearly a different size with regards to what you want to use them for. And then this piece goes, yeah, it goes over the actual card itself. So it will sit over the card. Oh, something's not right, it's got to go that way, upside down. Ooh, almost stuff that. So there we go. So it's a 3-layer thing. Don't know why they made it so, well, it's not really complex, it's just kind of throws you off the way they choose to do it like that, which is very interesting. So 1, 2, 3, that's enough. And this one jig will fit in there like so. So it's all flush. Yep, all flush. Okay, cool. So the glue's already there. I already put 1, 2. That's fine. And then this goes on top of that. Woohoo! That way though. Bloody hell. You can't really stuff that up though. I'd say that after almost stuffing it up. Cool. So there's a 3-layered jig there. So you're probably thinking, well, how are we gonna? What's the point of that? What's the point of this jig? So the next step is essential. Be careful not to glue the pumps to the jig. So there's 2 styles of petrol pumps that you can do, modern or classic. I think it's more of a classic building when you look at it, to be honest. So as you can see, there's 2 different pump styles based on these jigs. The bottom row being your old style pumps, and the ones to the right, that'll be for the modern style. I'm gonna go, as much as I really don't want to because it just looks so tiny and finicky to actually even touch, I'm gonna go the bottom ones because I think they'll set it off. And then once, yeah, so these pieces, like there'll be 3 pumps, and then I'll be sticking on the respective pump label. So for these ones, they will be the top here, so up along the top there. So you can see those old style, there we go, old style pumps. So I'm using the BP rows 4, 5 and 6, or in the second row, so right there is what I'll be using. So it looks like they're designed to be stuck on one side, folded over at the top, and then we've got our petrol pump. So let's get to it, I guess. So the jig will come in handy. Look, they do come in handy, but they're kind of sometimes just feel like they're a bit of a hindrance. And clearly, the way they've done them, it is a yeah, they've made them in such a way to really help. God, I'm looking a bit rough, aren't I, doing this? Cards aren't that thick. Oh my God. So all right, using the jig. So clearly that would be the centre of the pump. So putting it in the jig, and then we get a little bit of glue, as it says in the instruction manual. Don't don't super glue, or don't glue the pump to the jig. So it's just a little dot of glue there, and then maybe we can look as professional as possible and grab this petrol pump, the actual centerpiece, with this, with surgical precision, put it in place, and that'll be the middle piece for the pump. Should have been a surgeon, but I'm not. Just on a minimum wage. And yeah, and the third bit, fuck, they're not even sticking. Stick your mofo. So 1, 2, and 3. And we can stab that. Oh, look at that. That was a bit cocky, wasn't it? Great shot, kid. Don't get cocky. And there's our first petrol pump. Oh, come on. No way. Is it rude? See what happens. Get a bit excited, and then suddenly it all just goes to shit. Put it back in the jig. Back in your jig. Let's add a little bit of pressure. So I'm going to hold that now for about 10 seconds, being super blue. Blowing it a little bit like a Nintendo cartridge blow. Getting our jig on, and technically you should be able to take that out, and it's still not sticking. That did not stick at all. Alright, looks like we're using some of the Tarzan grip. So that Tarzan grip, so it's not super glue, but it's general purpose glue. It's a bit stringy, but the good thing is you have a cotton bud that you've cut in half. There's like a little bit of an applicator, and yeah, I've just cut like a bit of an angle on there, as you can see. Makes it easier, and hopefully, round one. It's almost like Tetris. Anyway, shut up, Brad. Fucking idiot. Excuse my language. Alright, so just the tiniest amount. I reckon that's just enough. Don't want to get, as I said, you don't want to get too carried away. Just going to put it straight on the backing of this. God, I'm going to tell Dad about this. Jesus Christ, putting those petrol pumps together. What a joke. Like, as much of a joke, it's just dropping shit everywhere. But no, I'd done a train station previously, and they had a similar thing, like a little bit of a jig setup that they gave you to work with. I didn't find it that effective, I must admit, only because the pieces were, I guess, slightly bigger, were not massively, huge or anything, but the options are there, aren't they? And it's very generous of the manufacturer to even make the jigs or do certain things the way that they have. Okay, just stick that on there. There we go. Sure they're sticking in there flat together. Alright, they're all together. So I feel a bit more confident about this. I'm going to press it and pull this jig out, and that is, that's one done. Alright, that's one petrol pump. God, look at that. We'll sit it up right in a moment. Joke. What a cracker. I guess that's why these hobbies, I guess, have endured the test of time, haven't they, over the decades? Like, you know, our grandparents and our grandparents, parents, you know, would have started doing this type of stuff. It's a bygone era, but it's still very strong in areas around the world. Just YouTube alone, like you see the layouts that are just around the world. Oh, phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. But yeah, this is all getting 8 o'clock. So it's just sitting in there, that's fine. So the bottom one, not too fussed about its positioning. I am, because it's important. It's just the second one now. So I'll do the slight stubby. Okay, that worked. Stick that. That worked quite well there. Oops. Get off. Get off. Get back in there. I guess it's really necessary to have this jig because at the same time you want to, you know, once it sits within these pillars, you want it to actually sit flat, don't you? Give it a little bit more glue. Have a blob there. Right, so three. No. Could just use the tweezers instead of butchering it. And there we go. 1, 2, 3. Just let that sit in the jig, or press down on it ever so slightly, just to get more of the glue in there. I want to press on it and pull it out actually. There we go. Cool, that worked. Okay. Nice. Second petrol pump. Get off there. A little bit of glue, like it didn't actually stick to the, what you call it. This didn't stick to the, oh God, what an amateur. Go. 1, 2 pumps. Doing the third pump now. Pop, 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 1. A little bit rough. Slow down to get. Here we go. Another 3. 1, 2, 3. Starting with put the jig in. Put it in the middle jig. That's good. Get a little bit more glue. Some of these dregs. It's almost like you just wipe some salt. So small. Small spin on that. Yeah, it's just for shits and giggles. We'll use the tweezers. Get it by the pump. Stick it in there. Cool. Semi-okay. Good. And go on to third. So third. It's funny, why do we change the process ever so slightly when we're towards the end? I'll never understand that. Like, I've already done 2 pumps and suddenly I want to just do something different. Like, just do it the way you've been doing it, you idiot, and put it together and get it done. Anyway. 1, 2, 3. Maybe Parkinson's hands working well. Alright, so that's 3 of them all stuck together. Pull out the jig. And 1, 2, 3. Cool. Alright, so 3 petrol pumps all done. Bloody tiny. Cool. Okay, so that's the third one. So yeah, 1 pump. Oop. If I can stand up. Yep. Alright, jig done. 1, 2, 3. Good. Right, now I need to cut out. They're quite cool. There you go. There's your. That's what we're looking at. Very hard to see in the camera there. Excuse me. N scale petrol pump. 1, 2, 3. Don't lose them. So we're cutting out the BP 1, 2, 3. That was my smaller ruler. It's inside the photocopy putting it out. So old style petrol pumps. What if the manufacturer actually got licensing for all of these pumps? It would have been an interesting conversation with corporate, wouldn't it? So what we've got a little service station we want to build, and we want to use your labels. Well, how big are these going to be? On the grand scale of things, about 4 millimeters. So you're going to put our label on a 4 millimeter petrol pump. Can you please explain the nature of this, please? It would have been an interesting conversation. I think I want to use a slightly, not a slightly sharpened blade, I'm going to use a sharpened blade. So I'm going to effectively get another knife. So this is just, this is a new blade. It actually came with this green cutting board, $18 from our place we call Office Works here in Australia. Yeah, quite cost effective, child proof. Oh, are you serious? Jesus Christ. That was fun. So yeah, different blades, not bad, pretty cool. We might go this thin blade, I think. It's probably better. We'll go that. Haven't used this before, brand wise. As long as it gets the job done, that's all that matters. That doesn't feel right. There we go, it's cut wrong direction, wrong way. Cool. I feel like, yeah, it feels pretty cool. But yeah, we're going to have to just move this down a little bit because it's going to be very difficult to cut. Whoa, that's great. Love it. Good times, good times. Very precise. Let's go and see how terrible. Oh, it is on big. It is on a large format screen for you all to see. We'll cut horizontally all the way so far. Oh, what a process. I've got to do 3 of these. You're probably all sitting there going, far out, mate. What are you doing? And I'm like, yep, yeah, I get it, yep. Cool, so that's one. nice. So that effectively folds over the petrol pump now. Yep, so they've created, oh yeah, fold that, okay. So now I can, yeah, so you stick it one side, fold over, and fold, and fold. I need to fold, cut that a little bit. Oops, other way, thank you. Yep. Okay. So we're gonna have to use. Alright, so that's the right way around. So it's sticking on. Yeah. If you can't see how close my head is, but this is like I'm literally just having to get as close as possible so I can see precisely what I'm doing. Oh god, it's like the biggest ball of glue. Anyway, back to where the action is. Need to might just stabilise it, I think, with that. That's better. Getting good at this slowly. So you glue that, and then you've got the sides that fold over on the design of the sticker. This is where like a second pair of tweezers would have came in handy. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to kind of pick it up like so, and stick it on there. Alright, so that's that side. But then you've got the actual side, little side bits here. Oh, it's not going to work. It's a little bit too hard. I'm going to risk it and grab it because I need to fold. Oh god. Fold them over on the side. There's like little side sections go. So I need to put a little bit more glue, just step myself while I'm webcam. A bit more glue at the end of that. Oh, this is so pedantic. So it's that. So we'll just use that to fold the paper over. Stay there. Stay there. And fold that over. Theoretically, a part of you goes, oh, could have just really painted them maybe, but that's the way the kid is. It's what they wanted. So just making sure it's all stuck. So there's really difficult to see. But yeah, sticking inside. So yeah, you've got one side of the BP done there. And now that piece, it will effectively fold over now. God. Can't believe I'm successfully going to do it. Literally caking on the paint, I mean the glue, folding it over. And that's it. That's good. So I'm going to clamp that for a moment. Bloody hell. It's intense. Oh, there we go. It's there. You'll see it in a moment. Just give me a second. Let's just, I'll let that, I just want to let it sit. Let it set. So I'm going to say free ball. Oh, free ball. Free ball's a bit rude. Pretty confident. Haven't done all that. I'm making you all nervous by watching this. Probably thinking, oh, he's going to cut himself. Come on, do it, cut yourself. Good, come on, cut away. Cutting. Horrible. Yep, cut that little bit there. There you go, cool. Getting good at that. Alright, let's have a look at this. Alright, so there we go, that's our first petrol pump. So where the tweezers are holding, that's essentially the actual hose. That's that. God, how tiny that is. So, give me your thoughts in the comments. So, yeah. And that's one. It's almost, the bits are that small that you feel like if you're going to sneeze, you'll lose everything. No, it's all relative. It's all good. It's great that it's all coming together. That's what I like about it. So, it's just going to be a bit more liberal with the glue, I think. I don't know. Yeah, I think it's a bad mistake. I shouldn't have done that. Got a bit cocky again. Really doesn't need that much overall, does it? Almost lost that. I guess in some ways I should position it effectively, then grab it again, and now fold it over from the top as opposed to doing side. So we're like over. God, I will flip. Some glue on that. Just pick it up again. And just forceful with the fold. And over we go. Yep. Little ideas there, it's alright. Not really. Yeah, very cumbersome. Oh, we're kind of rushing it, kind of not. Yeah, rush that one a little bit. Watched it. I guess technically the stream's holding out, which is quite good. So thanks for stopping by and watching too, whoever you are, wherever you're from. Hope you're getting something out of this. Because I wouldn't want you wasting too much of your time. But it's good. We do a build together. and, you know, be in the same space together. That makes all the difference, doesn't it? Okay, it's very hard to see. Cool. Alright, so that's pump number 2. So getting that to stick down effectively can be hard. I'm gonna put a clamp on that. Yeah, the paint, well, it actually looks a bit rustic, but the paint, the ink on the print ran a little bit from that side because I kind of oversaturated it a little bit too much with the glue. So that side's okay. This side, yeah, looks like they just haven't cleaned it at the service station for a bit. Gives it a weathered appearance, somewhat. And pump number 3. Holy moly, we made it. Well, almost. You're all very patient for sitting there and watching this. So you must be family that is watching. Everyone's on school holidays. I'm not, I still have to work. Gotta work with my mental health patients. Well, clients. Good blokes. Some of them. Look, I'm pressing down a little bit too hard. Like the blade should be doing all the work, shouldn't it? When you think about it. Everyone's so waiting for me to cut my finger, I bet. Not gonna happen. Because I'm apparently a trained professional. Cool. Alright. That's pump number 3. Pump up the jam, pump it up. I'm always compelled to just ever so briefly for the third one, which is what I should have done with the first 2. I'm going to clamp one side and then I'm going to ever be so patient and use the blade to fold it over the top to have a clean fold as opposed to making it look rough as guts. And part of you is like, why didn't you do that in the first place, Brett? And I'm like, well, you know, you think of these things as you move, as you go along, don't you? Like it's first time for everything. I guess that's the way people revise doing things in life overall. Certain projects you get presented with, and yeah, eventually just all falls into place and marriages up. So that's actually quite neat. Oh, you rushed everything. But that's okay. So, cool. That's nice. That's actually much neater. So now I just have to fold those, apply a little bit of glue in there. Oh God, I feel like just a gigantic blob of glue that I'm just applying. And then we fold them over. Yeah, it's definitely more definitely more patient with this one. 1, 2, 3. Goes over like so. And just counting to I don't know, 4, 5. Count to 5. be the third pump. There we go. It's probably the neatest one. Neatest little pump. Oh, look how tiny it is. Tiny little pump. Okay, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 service station pumps, all ready to go. So you've got 3 different colours on it. So you've got your unleaded, diesel, and premium fuel. So there you go. They've all got zero cost on them as well. Pretty cheap. Imagine that. Zero cost petrol. Okay, so that's all done. Finally place under the canopy and glue down the roof. Alright, so we've got our canopy here, so I need to glue all of these pumps down. Oh, just feel the energy with how easy this is going to be. My fat fingers. One pump. Isn't that cute? That's a cute little pump. Puppy. Okay, 1 pump, 2 pump. So I haven't done any real measurements or anything. Oh, come on, just stick. Get off my finger. Poof. There we go. Sorry about that. It's not really straight. There we go. 1, 2, bloody hell. Blowing on it ever so slightly just to make sure it's all stuck down, and up 3. Oh, that really doesn't look too good, does it? Which one was it? It's that one there. The way it's all just kind of a bit curvy on the top. Oh, it starts sticking from the side. What else? No, it's just got a little bit of shitty paper wanting to fly away. Go away. Get off. Good. And the middle one. One, two, three. Try and position it as in the middle of each of them as possible. That looks pretty decent. And 1, 2, 3. Cool. Nice. Apart from that angle, it's really annoying me, the way that the paper's sitting on that one. You know what I mean? Because I can see it in the camera. It's just like the paper hasn't folded over effectively or pressed along the top. I don't want to force it. It's just like, don't touch it. It's just, it is what it is. It's so finite that people, you know, what's it got? You know, if I've got a car parked in front of it, it's going to look pretty good, isn't it? That's how it will present. All right, so then we've got the canopy. So glue that and the canopy, as we know, as explained earlier. So it's essentially off center. Fill it with a bit of glue. Get that blob out of there. Thickens up pretty quick in a good way, this glue, but yeah, might pay to always apply the lid again. They should be stuck down enough to marry up in the holes. There's no one watching this, that's great. Thanks for your support. Okay, and that's the canopy. Nice. So since that's done, I'm almost done with that. So we'll just leave that upside down whilst the glue dries. Come back. Almost done. Oh, what else have we got? Yeah, so I was saying I sort of really scored the edges of those pumps prior to putting them on, but it's a thin piece of paper, so it's kind of, if I'm scoring it too close, then I could essentially be just stuffing up the whole of the pricing. Alright, so we've got all the signage is done. So, well, not all of it. So now we've got our petrol signage for the front of the BP servo. What's going on, mate? You overlay, how's that, eh? It's not bad. Ooh. Watch this. Oh! Toot, 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 toot. Very cool. Yes, it's a technique that I've learnt through my podcasts over the while. But yeah, it's good. There's two webcams. One of them's the main one. It's a Ava Media 513. It actually uses a Sony CMOS sensor, so like the sensors that's in some of the digital cameras, SLR cameras, and this one is just the Logitech C920. So I kind of it's okay. It's the one I've had longer than anything, but it's more. It's I've had it longer than the Ava Media, but yeah, the quality of it is phenomenal. The larger, it's basically 4K if you really wanted it. Well, I think that's 4K resolution actually. The main video. But I've been doing a service station, so yeah, this is like part 3 of the video. So that's the service station there. Roll the doors, little display thingy there, and I've just done all of these service station pumps. Isn't that fucking cool? It's like pops on his train set, so I'm going to essentially be sticking that on there. In a better position when it's ready. And then I'm just working on like a little service station sign with the prices. Ding ding. Fill up at number 4, thanks. I'm with it. That's my real voice when I fill up my car. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Pop's got the HO scale one, so yeah, it's a bit bigger for them to work on. But yeah, pretty damn fiddly. Good fun. You guys at Inverloch at the moment, like all the family in Inverloch? Oh, you wouldn't be able to because you're an adult now and you're working. Good old workers. Sucks growing up, doesn't it? Growing up. Nice excessive use of glue there, Brett. Yep, that's what work's all about. How did you go with that, the job interview? Did you get it? Yeah. Second interview. Ooh, cool. That's awesome, man. Good sign. Just make sure you wear pants instead, just in case they say. So stand up for us. We'll see if you took the time to wear pants. Because you're like, oh no, I just got out of bed. Fucking nervous. That's good. I wish you the best of luck, sir. That's a very good sign. Did they... Sorry, I should look at the camera before I keep talking. Did they say how many rounds there are in general, or you just winging it? Yeah, that's it. Stand out from the rest. Rock out with your cock out. Not really. Don't do that. You'll get fired. Oh, so finite. Oh, stabbed it. Good digging. Good one, digging. Oh, it's the last round. Cool. Yeah, no, good luck. That's good. Was there many people that applied for the job as well? There's a 30-second delay as well. So if I'm chatting and something don't chat, not too sure. Cool. That's right. That is yeah. No, good luck. It's good. Good sign. Good sign. Good sign. Good times. Cool. Oh, so many signs. Alright, that's good. So I guess I can almost finish this. Smith and Sons. Things with you. I'm good. Sorry for looking up. Yeah, doing all right. Just just working really. Working. I started doing martial arts again after 18 years. Third week in, and it's really cool. The body moves a bit differently, but it's something that I wanted to do for a very long time, like 18 years. Sounds silly, but what had happened is that where they used to train, it was too far to travel, like around Doncaster. So, and as you know, we live nowhere near Doncaster. So I was essentially, never got back into it for that simple reason. It was just too far, and needed to find something, needed to do something again, basically. And then the guy that was instructing, he ended up saying, "Oh, here we are at Taylor's Lakes Primary School, teaching kids." And I'm like, "The fuck?" So Taylor's Lakes is literally, less than 15 minutes away from here. Like it's literally up the road. It sounds ridiculous, but it is. It's so close, which is great. So I bit the bullet, and I was like, "Man, I've got to do this. I can't not." It was like a calling in some ways, where I just wanted to do it. And sure enough, 3 weeks in, man, it's been really good. Like a lot of fun. Because I remember when I was doing it, I was in my mid-20s. this conversation, you old fuck. Back in my day, fucking. Yeah, so mid-20s. Really, like I got to an orange belt. Like it's only 3 belts in, but it was literally 3 years that I carried for the rest of my life. Well, still. And I was like, I just had to do it, because back then, when I think of like how I was as a person, it just grounded me a lot, mentally, physically. Made me feel very made you feel powerful, but also humble as well. Sounds silly, like very humbling with how you can kind of you do the martial art. For me personally, not with the intention to fight at all in any way, shape or form, but more so just to feel like complete, like to be completely empowered by your body's ability to do what you can do. And I think that's what's kind of made me really want that again. So just finding all of that, and just I don't know, just loving it. It's good. It's a good journey. Good journey once again. So I'm sincerely hoping to continue it, because it's a very, very positive. It's a very positive thing to be doing, and I think I'm only doing it. I'm doing it for the health and well-being of it, but as an art form, it's just fucking phenomenal. It looks very complex when it's well, it is complex, but even I'm genuinely surprised with how much I remember. Like it's very, very surprising. It's funny what your body, what you hold on to in your life overall, in your body, and it's very cool. So, but that's good. That's interesting. thanks. It's good. But yeah, work's been all right as well. I've got, I'm very fortunate to work with the guys that I do. Like we've built a really solid foundation. Relationship with them. They're very complex. They're very very complex men. To the point where you kind of, I don't know, you just, it makes you so grateful for having the family and the friends that you do in your life. And everyone smokes or drinks or experiments with some things, but knowing when to say no, just to see that it's how experimenting with drugs has turned out in a way that's ultimately ruined their lives. Like, fuck, we're very lucky. We are very lucky. But no, it is what it is. Don't do drugs because drugs are bad. How's your business going, man? Like, everything going well? I apologise, I don't remember her name. But I hope everything's going well. Very focused on this now. Laura, recently just set up a games room. Nah, man, that's great. It sounds. Both of us have our PCs and consoles in there. Cool, that's good. Yeah, I love it. Yeah, I have a separate study as well, and it's just, it's a good little escapism, escape room. Play the same titles as yourself, or does she just use it? She just uses her PC for work, doesn't game. Just kidding. Oh, the fuck did that go? Minecraft, fucking Minecraft. Don't understand it. It's fucking stupid. fucking Minecraft. Yeah, some people love it. Can't get into it. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. do one more sign. Fuck, these signs are so small, they're so tiny. No, I haven't. I've downloaded it though. Yeah, might have to look. If you say it's good, I'll watch it. I'm hanging for Superman though next week, but I'm gonna wait probably a week till after the school holidays because I don't want to sit there with dumb kids being dickheads. Cool. It's more signage, I think. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Makes you wonder if Jason Momoa is, if he's on the fence, because he's the way he played the character in one of the Fast and Furious movies and the way he presents in this one, you're like, really? All right. Cool. All right, so I'm gonna finish this off and then go inside. How long have I been on for tonight? What does it say? Oh, hour and a half. All right, pretty good. So, service station. So we got our canopy. I just need to stick that. Excuse me, and I'm gonna file that a little bit. Ample amount of glue on it. Yeah, I'll have to check it out. I'll check it out. As I said, I downloaded it. Haven't really seen it. I've been watching, other stuff, other things. Finished Squid Game series yesterday. It's third season. Well, pretty good. Not bad at all. That show. Pretty well done. That's a service station. Look at that. Look at that. Isn't that cute? It's a little kitty. Didn't want the kids to win. Cool. It's funny how the cinema goers, like the kids, they would, I don't know if you saw the whole, with something they say, chicken race or chicken run, whatever it is, and everyone in the cinema loses their minds. Bloody hell, they just kids just ruining cinemas. Redonkulous. Anyway, look at that. That's the servo. How cool is that? Oh, fucking sensational. And you got, to top it off, a little sign for the street. Oh, it's so cute. So cutie. Look at that, eh? So we lift it up. There we go. Nice. That's great. Fucking detail that, man. You want sturdy little hands, but earthquake. Yeah, it's cool, isn't it? It's like, it's not, I haven't got any cars, but there's a train for comparison. Pretty But yeah, clearly not a put train in there. Oh, look at that. It's not really for the train, but fill her up on 98 unleaded, thanks. Cool. Very happy with that. Send a photo to Pop. Didn't fart, that was the chair. And we're done. Yeah, they'll cost a bit. Oh no, I haven't actually finished. I've still got to do the I've got to stick the base. So got to stick the actual concrete base on it. Inner roof walls. Kind of skipped a few bits on this. Bloody dickhead. Inner roof walls. That's right. I'm finished. Do it anyway. Cool. All right. So that's the canopy. Let's go. Glue. Got a bit ahead of myself there, ladies and gentlemen. We're almost done. Oh, it's my foot. Oh shit. Fucking serious. Fucked it. Fucking fucked it. It's not really. It's just, oh, so disappointed. Oh, I butchered it so hard. You fucking idiot. Fucking stupid. I'm gonna fix that. I'm so disappointed in myself. You dickhead. Anyway. Only way I can fix it is just by cutting the brickwork neatly along the front there. It will not look out of place when it's done. It's alright. Pretend it never happened. Cool. Alright, so now I'll be sticking that on there. It's a very thin card actually. Alright, provided the canopy doesn't blow. so that. Cool. Inner floor, inner roof walls, inner roof walls, inner roof walls. Tell me inner roof walls. What are you talking about? Hey. That's all done. I think that's pretty much done. The canopies. Oh. Okay, so different colours depending on what I want to use. So I might go. Should I go grey? If I want to break it up a little bit with, might go the red. Ridge. Yeah, I'll go red. What do you reckon? Red or grey? Red, grey, red, grey, red, grey. Might go red. No, I'll go grey. We all grey. Cool. That's done. Final product. All set. There we go. Pretty happy with that. Awesome. Alright, I'm off. So, catch us later. See you, Rory. See you, Laura. Enjoy your evening. See you from the next build. Enjoy your Minecraft. Enjoy your Acosta thingy. So yeah, you too. Good luck tomorrow as well with your job interview too. Your second round. Round 2. Fight. Cool. Take care. Enjoy your night, mate.